Okay, so the question is, what advice would you give someone thinking about cosmetology school or just starting?
Oh, okay. So for somebody that's thinking about going, if it plays a part in your life or it's a passion of yours and you love it, then you should absolutely do it. You should go for it because you only get one life, you only get one opportunity to do what you want and to live. Instead of living vicariously through everybody else, you should live through you and your passions and your dreams. So go for it. And if you're already in cosmetology school, tough that shit out. Because we're all gonna be there at some point or another.
So I'm finna sneak up on Brittany. Brittany, hi.
Hi.
So the question of the day is, what advice would you give someone who's thinking about going to cosmetology school or just starting?
My advice would be to definitely make sure you're focused and working on yourself, because you don't want to come here and not knowing nothing about yourself or not feeling your best, and then you come here and you learn all this and there's so much put on you, because I'm in the progress of working on that. So that's definitely my advice. Just work on yourself and make sure you come fully prepared, because it is a lot of information and we go pretty fast. So just make sure your head is on and you're in your game.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Laisha.
Hello.
Question of the day is,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
advice would you give someone who's thinking about going to cosmetology school or just starting?
Okay, so anybody that just started, the advice I would give would be just pay attention. And it's not really the pay attention part, it's just the notes you get, the notes you receive, and just study it all. You don't even have to study that much. It's really just 5 minutes of just reading over everything. And once you write it in class and you go back home and you read like for 5-10 minutes, it'll be in your mind just like that. We take quizzes every week on each course we do. Okay, so anybody that's preparing or that is trying to come to cosmetology school, the advice I would give would be just when you get here, be ready to learn about hair. And it's just really hair, really, if you're not coming for anything else, but everything else is really included. I would also say, and it's not really about friends, but if you do have any associates, please make them as study buddies, not as friends. Okay, so also last but not least, I would want to say, just whatever you learn, it is literally what you learn, what you're going to be doing on your mannequin. And whatever you do on your mannequin, I bet you it'll come out looking so cute. It's just a literal precipitation of everything. So everything will work out for everybody. So you just have to pick and choose what you like and what you love.
Thank you. Hello, ladies. She want to be on there, y'all. So the question of the day is, what advice would you give someone who's just starting cosmetology school or thinking about going?
You gotta stand up all day.
Yeah, you gotta stand up all day. You can't be lazy.
On the floor, you can't sit down.
You cannot be lazy, and you gotta be willing to put in the work. Like,
Stay in school.
and don't miss no days. That's another thing.
You gotta make it up on Tuesday.
Thank you, ladies. Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. Okay, so the question of the day, what advice would you give someone who's thinking about going to cosmetology school or just starting?
I don't know, because we get everything that we need.
What was the question?
What advice would you give someone just starting or thinking about
Get your own
cosmetology?
stand. Bring your own
Get your
stand.
own stand. Pay attention. Like, they in school already. Like,
Or
you
thinking
need to
about
get-
going,
Don't waste your time or money.
Right.
if you're not serious.
Later is too much money to come and not do nothing.
Don't say it.
I'm just saying, cosmetology school, period. Like, that's a lot of money. You wasting your money just not
If you
doing
don't
it.
come.
And if you don't come or not paying attention.
Pack lunches.
Right.
What about studying? What about studying?
Study. Studying ain't
Yeah,
that
study
hard,
ain't no
but
problem.
study. Especially the test.
Okay.
Especially everybody who need to study. Period.
Thank you, ladies.
I feel like I look like this.
Okay, so what advice would you give someone who's thinking about going to cosmetology school or just started?
Okay, so if you're thinking about going and you have a feeling that you really think you want to, I would say follow that intuition, because your intuition is almost 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're starting off, just take it day by day.
Good luck.
It's a lot of information, but you'll get through it, I promise.
Thank you. They are so extra, y'all. Baby. Yeah. Okay, ladies, so the question of the day is, what advice would you give someone who's thinking about going to cosmetology school or just starting?
I would say just stick to it. If it's your passion, follow it. You know, and just be
Don't
you.
listen to what anybody else says.
Mm-hmm.
Follow your first mind, follow your heart, and do what you want to do and not anybody else.
And it's gonna be hard, so you gotta stay with it. You gotta
Interview question.
take what you need.
So what advice would you give someone thinking about going to cosmetology school or just starting?
Advice would probably be like, it seems overwhelming at first, but once you get there, you make friends with people and it's a lot easier. And basically, yeah, that's it. So don't be too worried and
Have fun, study.
fun, and yeah, stay focused.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think that you're here just to play. It's fun and everything, but you still gotta stay focused. So.
Yes. Thank you, Rayleigh. Okay, so what advice would you give someone who's thinking about going to cosmetology school or just starting?
Have a strong mindset and don't be absent.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's creepy,
Better
y'all.
wake up early.
Thank you, Trinity. So the question of the day is, what advice would you give someone who's thinking about going to cosmetology school or just started?
Stay dedicated and don't give up. Okay? That's all I got to say.
Thank you.